mga programa digdi po sa laog kan probinsya kan Camarines Sur. Niyo po mga tugang, kaya nakaabot digdi siyempre si Secretary Gatchalian kan DSWD huli man sa imbitasyon siyempre na kan gobyerno provincial kan Camarines Sur sa paagi po yan ni Governor Luigi Villafuerte. And siyempre yaon dyan si Congressman Elry Villafuerte and si Congressman Migs Villafuerte. Sinda po nagtatarabang-tabang tangani po mga tugang na magpadagos-dagos na ayuda kada gobyerno sa mga kababayan taurog na naman sa mga tios, mga tikapong pamilya digdi po sa laog kan probinsya kan Camarines Sur. Kaya digdi mga tugang okay na si Sayan yaon sa linya tabi busing kunon ta lang dumang kita sa Kapitolyo Provincial mga tugang kunon ta linya duman uya po
to gain support in order for the country to be free from hunger. That is why we are privileged and honored to be joined by our friends from the local government units, the local chief executives of the province of Camarines Sur, especially to our host, Province of Camarines Sur Governor Vicenzo Renato Luigi Villafuerte, and Camarines Sur 5th District Representative Miguel Luis Migs Villafuerte. And also with us are the leaders of the Department of Social Welfare and Development, led by Secretary Rex Gatchalian. Also with us is the National Program Director for DSWD Flagship Programs, Undersecretary Edo Punay. And National Program Manager for Walang Gutom Program, Assistant Secretary Attorney Baldir Bringas. To everyone present in this hall and to all those who are joining us via the official Facebook page of the DSWD, thank you very much for being with us this morning. Before we dive into the heart of the program, may we call on the esteemed Governor of the Camarines Sur, Governor Vicenzo Renato Luigi Villafuerte, for his welcome remarks.
Hello, good morning po. Diyos marinaaga po sa Indagabos. First and foremost, on behalf of the province of Camarines Sur, gusto ko po i-welcome ang father ng DSWD, a good friend of our family and a good friend of the province. Palakpan po natin, Secretary Rex Gatchalian. Sec, thank you very much. Siyempre, DSWD family, siyempre si Yusek Eduardo Punay. Sir, thank you very much. Si ASEC Attorney Baldir. And syempre si ASEC Irene, thank you very much. And syempre, sa mga taga Region 5, bisado po natin si RD Norman Laurio. Thank you very much po. To my beloved brother, dati natin governor, dating father ng province, ngayon mga taga Rinconada, swerte kay Congressman Migs Villafuerte. To our board members, mayors, city officials, members of the media, thank you for attending today. Siyempre, magla-launch po tayo ngayon or actually mag-information caravan po tayo ngayon sa bagong programa ni President Bongbong Marcos and siyempre ng DSWD. Magandang balita po, lalong-lalo na po, kaharap po natin ang mga mayors. Si Secretary Rex po, 3-term mayor po siya. Local Chief Executive din po siya dati ng Valenzuela City. Kaya ang kapartner po natin sa DSWD, alam na alam ang mga problema na dinadaanan po natin on the local chief executive side. Pagising pa lang, may kumakatok na. Ngayon, nag-upgrade lang na pag-gising niya, mga governor, congressman na nagkakatok sa kanya, tumatawag po sa kanya. So, asahan yung mga mayors, ang kapartner po natin sa DSWD, alam ang problema ng local chief executive. And syempre, on a personal note, nararamdaman ko po talaga ang suporta niya every time na may calamity, may bagyo, may baha, may landslide. One text away lang po, si Sec Rex. Lagi na po siya nagbibiling kay RD na dadalhin niya po ng mga goods, naka-preposition, over 20,000 at any given time. Kaya Sec Rex, thank you for the help and support to the province, but also thank you for the friendship and partnership to our family. Mga mayor, palakpan po natin, Sec Rex Gatchalian. Thank you, Sec. Today, very casual forum. He's going to really brief us on the new program of President Bongbong Marcos of DSWD. Ito pong Walang Gutom program that it's really a sort of a food stamp program na actually na-launch po natin sa buong Pilipinas. One of the pilot projects po ang bayan ng Garcia Torena, Mayor Leda. Sinasabi ng mga mayor, sana all. Pero sa mga mayors, totoo naman po na inform po ako ni Secretary Rex, all 35 municipalities kasama po ang Iriga City makakabenepisyo po sa trial period nito, and ang maganda, i-upscale pa, dadagdagan pa. So kung ano man yung beneficiaries yung ngayon, dadagdagan ng dadagdagan. And I truly believe beneficial program po ito na later magigets nyo kung bakit magandang programa po ito. Pero mga mayors, as the governor, I ask for your full support sa program po natin na ito. Please secure na yung mga beneficiaries, maayos sila they really will benefit. They will really, it will really help the families in terms of their food assistance. Kasi ang tinarget po, the 1 million poorest families in the Philippines. So siyempre sa mga bayan nyo po, yung pinakatios talaga ang tatabangan mo niyan. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Sec Rex, thank you for again, and I look forward to building more partnership and friendships, and thank you for all the support. Again, thank you. Diyos mabless po sa Indogabos.
Thank you very much, Governor Luigi Villaferte, for your message. And also, we are joined this morning by the DSWD spokesperson, Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao. Hello, ma'am. And also, the DSWD Field Office 5 Regional Director, Director Norman Laurio, of course. Siyempre, kaibatangon niya na aldaw. The Department of Social Welfare and Development is mandated to develop, implement, and coordinate social protection and poverty reduction solutions for and with the poor, vulnerable, and disadvantaged. Through the directives of Secretary Rex, 3 programs were developed in order to address issues of illiteracy, family and individuals in street situations, and hunger. To know more about these programs, let's direct our attention to the screen through this audiovisual presentation featuring the Tarab Basa Tutoring Program, Pag-abot Program, and Walang Gutom Program. Let's all watch this.
It is the dream of any government, of any leader, that we are able to do something about hunger around our countries.
Yung gusto po namin kainin, hindi po namin nakakain. Kasi po, yung kinikita ng asawa ko po, kulang po. Pero ngayon po, na nakasali po kami sa ganito, yung gusto po namin na, yung dating hindi namin nakakain po namin.
Hindi pa po kami nakakasali sa food stamp program. Ang ulam lang namin, na isang piraso, pinag-hati-hati pa namin. Malaking tulong po sa amin to, yung program na ito. Kakain kami ng gulay, masustansyong pagkain. Papasalamat talaga ako na napakalaking tulong po sa aming anak na ito talaga yung food stamp na po na programa.
Walang gutom means no more hunger. And that is the dream of this administration.
Ang programa na to ay bagong programa ng Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ng ating Pangulo. Ang layunin nito, una, wakasan ang kagutuman sa ating bayan. Ang tinatarget natin yung poorest of the poor o yung food poor families. May 1 milyong Pilipinong nakasama sa kategory na to at yung milyong pamilyang Pilipino na to ay makakatanggap ng food credits kada buwan na worth 3,000. Mag-a-accredit tayo ng mga palengke, wet market, mga kadiwa ng Pangulo, mga maliliit nating mga groceries, tindahan. Doon pupunta yung ating mga beneficiaryo. Dala-dala nila yung isang digital card na nandun nalulod yung food credits. This is a investment so namumuhunan tayo sa taong bayan, namumuhunan tayo sa Pilipino. Kapag bahagi ng programa, meron tayong tinatawag na nutrition development sessions. Every month, bago sila mag-market day, Tinuturuan sila, lalong-lalo yung mga pregnant and lactating women kasi malaking problema pa rin yung stunting o yung pagkabansot. Yung nutrition development sessions, doon natin tinuturuan sila kung ano ba ang masarap, masustansya na pagkain. Gusto natin magkaroon ng behavioral change o baguhin ang pag-uugali patungo sa pagkain. Ang mura, pwede naman pala maging masarap, pwede maging masustansya. Mandato ng DSWD, pangalagaan ang ating pinakamahirap na mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na pagdating sa aspeto ng pagkain o food security. Masisigurado natin na sa paglago nitong programa, mawawakasan natin ang kagutuman.
We have extended the purview of DSWD pati na sa education na meron tayong joint program kasama ng DepEd.
Sobrang grateful po kami sa Tarabasa Tutoring Program ng DSWD. Sobrang laking tulong po sa bata, sa magulang.
Nag-enjoy po talaga ako kasi ganito po pala magturo sa buong classroom. Paano natin ina-handle yung bata, kung paano po tayo nagtuturo. Ang ganda po talaga ng programang ito kasi both yung tutors and yung students po natutulungan.
Malaking pasasalamat po namin sa program na to. Aside po sa pagbibigay ng financial na tulong, natulungan po nila kami na magkaroon ng experience kung paano po talaga yung pagtuturo sa mismong estudyante.
Alam namin sa DepEd na ginagawa namin lahat ang aming makakaya, pero DepEd alone ay hindi sasapat. Kailangan namin ng partnership. At ang malaking bagay dito, ang DSWD nakipag-partner sa DepEd.
So it's a holistic program that one aims to reduce illiteracy, mabawasan yung non- and frustrated readers natin sa grade 2. Number 2, to help our college students who are facing financial difficulties earn a day's keep so that they can use it to finance their closing years in college. And 3, empowering our parents to become the first teachers. So it's a holistic program that aims to transform the education assistance into a conditional program.
Ito napakagandang halimbawa na ipakita ang magiging synergy kapag ang iba't ibang ahensya ay nagkakasundo at alam nila ang anong tumulong sa taong bayan.
Kung matatandaan nyo, nung nag-assume ako ng post, isa sa mga nakwento ko sa inyo was trying to expand social protection, lalong-lalo na sa mga pamilya na nasa lansangan o yung families in street situation. Pagka-reach out natin, meron tayong package of services na ialok. So we really make sure mabigyan sila ng some type of identification. Kung taga-ibang lugar sila, maibalik sila sa place of origin nila at bibigyan natin ng livelihood packages, i-monitor ng regional office namin at ng local government unit doon. Kung nasa Metro Manila, ipapasok natin sa iba't ibang mga programa natin at iba pang mga intervention.
That was indeed a successful implementation journey. Now, to give us his message, let us all welcome the Secretary of the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Secretary Rex Gatchalian.
Magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat. Good morning. Maraming salamat sa napakainit na pagtanggap. Sabi ko nga kay Gov, saka kay Gov Luigi, saka kay Kong Migs. Ngayon lang kami meron yung sumasayaw sa pinto pag wini-welcome. Normally, very low profile lang kami kasi alam niyo naman, itong departamento na to is really meant to give. Pero Gov Luigi, Kong Migs, maraming salamat sa mainit na pagtanggap. Thank you for, alam ko may mga schedule kayo pero sinamahan nyo kami. Sa ating mga board members, sa ating mga mayor, sa mga iba pang mga public officials, magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat. And of course, kasama rin ho namin sa aming departamento ang aming Undersecretary for Innovations. Kanina kinukwento ko kay Governor Luigi. Si Undersecretary Punay, tayo ka naman, Edu. Yan. Si Undersecretary Punay, he's in charge of all our new programs. At nandyan rin yung dalawa naming Assistant Secretary, si Assistant Secretary Baldir Bringas and si Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao. And ito, yung favorite nyong lahat. Sumbong nyo to sa akin kung may problema. Si Regional Director Norman Laurio. Yan. So tulad na nasabi ko, this morning we're here because we're showing you 3 of our new innovations. We've been doing this road show for the past couple of months. Nag-Mindanao kami. Kasi lagi sinasabi sa DSWD, nung mayor ako, pinaka-hate na hate ko yung isusubo sa akin yung program ng national government. Walang konsulta-konsulta. Tapos sasabihin sa'yo, gawin mo yan. Diba? Ako, alam ko yung pakiramdam na yun, kaya nga noon, sabi ko sa kanila sa DSWD, hate na ko na department yung DSWD. Little did I know, dun pala ako mapupunta. Kasi nung mayor ako, natandaan ko nung, alam niyo yun, favorite natin lahat, yung social amelioration. Di ba yun, Sap?
bigla na lang bipadala sa yung listahan, tapos sasabihin mo, bakit ganito yung listahan? Tapos, pag nagalit yung constituent, ang sagot na sa DSWD, Mayor, ikaw na sumagot. Bahala ka na. Diba? So I was telling si Yusek Punay, habi ko, I've been there, na minsan nasuot ko rin yung sapatos nyo, and alam ko, mahirap yung nag-roll out ng program nang hindi tayo bumugusina sa ating mga mayor, sa ating governor, sa ating mga congressmen. Kasi at the end of the day, kayo yung magpapaliwanag sa inyong mga constituents kung ano ba yung programa at kung bakit ganun yung programa. So, hayaan nyo lang ho, kwento ko briefly, nakita nyo naman yung video. Meron kaming isa yung Tarabasa program. So we all know that in this country, illiteracy is still one of our biggest challenges. So what we did was, sasabihin ko nga to kay Kong Migs, we always give yung educational assistance. And we like doing that. Pero alam rin natin na we have to start putting conditions para hindi puro dole out tayo. Alam niyo yung pangalan ng department namin, Social Welfare and Development. Kaya lang recently, tawag na lang sa amin, Social Welfare or Departamento ng Ayuda, nakakalimutan na may apelido kami, Development. So one of our developmental program is to help our college students, tama yun, we give them educational assistance, pero we want it to be conditional. So what we did in almost 8 provinces right now, third year and fourth year college students would be enlisted as public school tutors. So they go to a public school for 20 days, working only for 3 hours a day to tutor grade 2 students. We provide the materials. It's a partnership with Ateneo Early Childhood Development Center. And then they get paid for 1 whole day minimum wage. So you can imagine, you'll just work for 3 hours, pero you get paid for 1 whole day. We rolled it out in Manila and we rolled it out in the other provinces, and it's showing good results kasi grade 2 naman yan. So I think the competency of our third year, fourth year students is more than enough, di ba? And at the end of the program, they always say nga na yung suddenly yung binibigay na cash, bonus na lang, yung to be part of nation building at an early age is very important. That sense of pride na kasama pala ako. So also, while doing the tutoring, the parents are also going through their nanay-tatay parenting camps. Their parenting sessions for effective parenting, and they also get some type of assistance from us in the form of assistance to individuals in crisis situation. Kasi we want to make sure that these struggling families will also have something to bring home. So that's one of our programs, tying social welfare with illiteracy. The second one is more of a urban area problem, pero ang nakikinabang naman dito are sometimes your constituents. Alam niyo, sa Metro Manila, maraming families who live in streets. And we have started reaching out to them and bringing them back home to their home provinces. Pero this time with a lot of supervision and monitoring from the regional office, pero they get grants up to as much as 80 to 90,000 in staggered basis. So pag uwi, meron na kaming papauwi sa kanila, then as they progress, we keep on giving them grants para hindi na sila babalik sa Maynila and to live off the streets. Kasi no Filipino, like the President always says, no Filipino should be living off the streets in Metro Manila. Social protection should apply to all. Now, the bigger part of the program is the Walang Gutom 2027. Sa pangalan lang, alam nyo na di ba? Alam nyo, the President has mentioned this 2 times already in his SONA, and a lot of our constituents are always asking, ano ba yung sinasabi? Last year, we embarked on a pilot program. Wherein 3,000 families, 5,000 families, 3,000 families in 5 areas were given food stamps. Tama si Gov. Luigi, it's a food stamp program. Kasama yung Gertrude Torrena in the pilot, and it ran also in Maguindanao, in Siargao, in Isabela, and in Tondo. And the 5th site was Gertrude Torrena. The very basic concept is we looked for 1 million food-poor families. Food poor, hindi poor. So, unahin ko na i-qualify. Not poor, but food poor. Ano ba ang food poor families? According to the PSA, a food poor family is a family that does not make more than 9,000 pesos per month. So, ibig sabihin, 9,000, kulang na kulang yung pangbili ng pagkain. So, what we gave them are electronic benefit cards. They're like ATMs, loaded with food credits. Not cash, food credits. Alam naman natin yung danger kasi pag cash, di ba? We learned from the 4-piece experience na sometimes yung cash napupunta sa rebonding at sa loto. So, food credits to. They get 3,000 pesos food credits and then they can redeem those cards when they go to a shop. The retailers are given smartphones na point of sales. Scan the QR code. The QR code, lalabas yung mukha ng beneficiary, so alam natin siya yon. And then, they get to shop. They only get to shop from a family of 3 food groups. Carbohydrates, protein, and fats. And fibers and healthy fats. Now, within the carbohydrates, they get to choose. So, halimbawa, doon sa tindahan, merong red rice, may sweet potato. They get to choose for themselves. Sa protein, ganun rin. They get to choose fish, chicken, or pork. And then doon sa third category natin, yung dietary fiber, they get to choose from that. So, ang main goal natin is to change the eating habits of our Filipino families. We have very bad eating habits. That's why late in life, puro health issues tayo. The social behavioral change happens because beneficiaries undergo nutrition development sessions. Meaning, they are taught bakit ba kailangan may carbohydrates, bakit kailangan may protein, di ba? So, that's the first condition. They attend nutrition development sessions. The second condition, dahil may enough energy ka na, we want you to be part of the productive labor force of the country. After the rollout, we will work with the Department of Labor to launch job fairs primarily for these food poor families alone. We will require that one adult in the family goes out and work. Kahit na anong trabaho yan. Importante may nagtatrabaho. And then, kung wala siya mahanap na trabaho sa job fair, we've signed the MOA with TESDA. TESDA will help us upskill them, and then we do the job fair again and again until one adult member of that 1 million family na food poor gets to be part of the labor force of the country. So kanina hindi ko nakwento, the PSA said there's 1 million food poor families nationwide. Sila yung mga pamilya that does not make more than 9,000 pesos in a month. So mga mayors, just off the bat, maraming mahirap. Sasabihin nila, ba't hindi kami kasali dyan? Ang tinatarget natin dito, yung pinakamahirap sa mahirap. They're the bottom 1 million families. There's only 1 million of them in the country. Now, the scale-up plan calls for year 1, 300,000. Year 2, 300,000, so it'll become 600,000. And then on the last year, the last 400,000 till we reach 1 million families by 2027. So, right now, as mentioned kanina, Gov mentioned, every single LGU, I believe in Kamsur, has a cohort or may member beneficiary. Kasi in the province, for the first 100,000, 27,000 are located, 24,000 are located in Kamsur. So the first 100,000, may 24,000 na in Kamsur. Again, year 1, 300,000. So we'll get our fresh batch of funding. So I'm sure pag lumaki ang 300,000 na yan, dadami rin yun dito sa Kamsur. Alam ko, mayors, baka right now, a lot of you are asking, marami na lumalapit, ba't di kami kasali, ba't di kami kasali? Ang request namin is to please wait for us to finish the 300,000 kasi we have spots naman doon for on-demand sign-up. Meaning, ang ginamit kasi namin na list is the listahanan, the one that we use for 4Ps. Admittedly, it's a 2019 list. Wala na kasing bagong database because you're rolling out your CBMS, di ba? So we have to wait for the CBMS to come out from PSA by next year. So right now, we're using the listahanan. So chances are, there are new families who are rated food poor who's not there. So that's why we reserve slots for on-demand, meaning after the first 100,000 and feeling nyo, merong mga families that should be part of it but's excluded, you let our project management office, na led by sila RD know, will go validate and keep on adding them into the program until we reach that target na gusto natin. Now, here's another benefit of this program. they are only going to buy food or choose food from accredited retailers. Meaning, in your areas, I believe, we ask the local chief executives or the province to provide us a list of retailers. And then we accredit those retailers based on a standard. Meron ba siyang sapat na inventory? Malapit ba siya sa mga lugar kung nasaan yung mga beneficiaryo natin? Now, because the system is fully automated, in a couple of months, when we populate it with the data consumption, we can provide the province and the LGUs the actual data of what our beneficiaries eat. So meaning, if they consume so much, let's say, for some reason, sweet potatoes, then we can tell you, baka you can tell your agri-co-ops or farming co-ops to plant more of these sweet potatoes so that yung mga retailers, yun ang binibenta. Remember, the retailers are agri-co-ops, are local, micro, small, and medium enterprises. Wala pa kaming ina-accredit na big grocery shops. We'll reserve that much, much later. Kasi ang priority ng ating Pangulo, farm to table. Meaning, the farmers grow the produce, the beneficiaries are the food-poor families. It's one ecosystem para natutulungan na yung mga magsasaka, natutulungan yung maliliit na mga tindahan, at the same time natutulungan yung mga mahihirap nating mga kababayan na food-poor families. So the program will run hopefully by 2027. Pwede na natin sabihin na wala nang gutom sa Pilipinas. That's something that we can do. That's something that we should do. So yan ho ang isang prioridad ng ating Pangulo na pangako niya to nung kanyang kampanya, inulit niya nung 2 beses na SONA at ngayon ginagawa na ho natin. So ako, hindi ko na ho patatagalin pa because we want to hear from our mayors, we want to hear from Gov and Kong how we can better enhance the program. We're open to listening and answering your questions. But let me take this opportunity again to thank the provincial government, Gov Luigi, kay Kong Migs, and kay Kong El Rey for helping us in the first pilot sa Gertsi-Torena. Gertsi-Torena became one of the pilot sites because we will learn so much from it. Dahil dun sa template namin sa Gertsi-Torena, when we roll it out in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, the learnings we have from Gertsi-Torena, we will apply in the other LGUs na similarly situated. And so, without saying so much more, again, maraming salamat, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Secretary Gatchalian, for your message. Please remain on stage for the open forum. May we call on also Governor Luigi Villafuerte and Regional Director Norman Laurio to join the Secretary. At this juncture, we are now opening the floor for your questions to be moderated by the DSWD Spokesperson Assistant Secretary Irene B. Dumlao. ASEC.
Maraming salamat. Magandang umaga muli sa ating lahat. In this portion of the program, we will now be entertaining questions from our partners and stakeholders. Yes. At ang inyong mga katanungan ay sasagutin po ng ating mga opisyales. Ang unang katanungan ay manggagaling po sa bayan ng Buhi mula kay Mayor Ray Lacoste. Muli, ang unang katanungan ay magagaling po kay Mayor Ray Lacoste ng Bayan ng Buhi.
Thank you very much, Sec and Governor, Director Laurio, Kong Migs. So my question only is, this is holistic. This is very holistic program, as we see. So in our part as the LGU, local government, how can we avail and how can we adopt this very holistic program of the DSWD? So, sa bayan ko po, kasi nag-start na po talaga ako yung pagbasa with the counterpart of the DepEd. So, part of my funds na ginamit ko na po ngayon para matulungan yung mga non-readers. So ito po talaga yung tinitingnan ko kung paano talagang maangat yung mga kabataan natin. So paano po natin mas lalong mapaigting, mapaganda yung program. Salamat po.
Mayor, so I guess you're talking about the first program, yung Tarabasa program. Mayor, right now, if you want to scale it up, and I was talking to Gov, we can actually run the Tarabasa program next school year here in Kamsur, if that's something that the governor and the mayors want. Ang gagawin naman ho natin doon is, because of our scale, we can tap more tutors. Kasi the tutors are students from your local university and state universities. We train them for 5 days, 3 to 5 days. Ang partner ho namin dyan is Ateneo Early Childhood Development Center. So we capacitate them, we provide the materials, then we work with DepEd to look at the non-readers and frustrated readers in grade 2. And then, we do the training, the tutoring session for 20 days. Ang nababayaran ho doon are the minimum wage rate for the tutors, and then the parents at the same time, they undergo the parenting camp sessions on parent effectiveness. And they are also entitled to some type of financial assistance. So it's a holistic program. Mayor, how do we avail of it? We'll talk to Gov, maybe si RD can talk to Gov next year. We can roll it out in the whole province. Kami naman, we like working with mayors and governors and kongs who believe in the program. Mas madali sa amin eh. We'll provide the financial capacity, and then you help us identify the beneficiaries. Like you said, Mayor, kayo siguro, marami pa kayong gustong non-readers na ipasok dun sa local program nyo, pero dahil sa limited funds, mahirap. We'll be more than happy to work with Gov and trying to expand this program kasi it's making social welfare conditional in nature.
Thank you very much, Secretary, and maraming salamat din po, Mayor Lacoste, para sa katanungan hinggil sa Tarabasa. Ang susunod po na katanungan ay magagaling naman po sa bayan ng Ocampo mula kay Mayor Ronald Alan Go.
Hello, good morning to everyone po, especially to our Secretary Rex Gatchalian, kay Gov. Actually po, yung first question ko, parehas po nung kay Presidente namin. Nasagot naman na po. May second question po is, pwede po ba mag-ano yung sa LGU? Halimbawa, yung ano namin, mga volunteer na sa LGU, pwede po ba yun magturo dun sa pagbabasa?
Mayor, ang ginagawa kasi namin, Gov, is to turn the financial assistance for education into something that's conditional. We prioritize mga third year, fourth year college students kasi pag-graduate na sila. I'm sure sa bayan ho nyo, marami niyan. And then we keep on enlisting them. The more tutors for us, the happier we are. Kasi mas ibig sabihin, let's say in Manila, the tutoring program, ang ratio niya parang mga 10 students, 20 students, 10 students to 1 tutor. But we don't mind adding more tutors. So the more young people we can enlist for the tutoring program, the better it is for us. Kasi nakakatulong na tayo sa kanila, but at the same time, we're also helping the non-readers and the parents. So if you have an identified set of young people who wants to volunteer, we capacitate them, and then we give them the financial assistance or the cash for work assistance.
Thank you po. Thank you.
Muli maraming salamat, Secretary Rex Gatchalian. Ang susunod po na katanungan ay magagaling naman sa bayan ng Garchitorena mula po kay Mayor Leda Simando San Luis.
Good morning. I'm the mayor of the pilot municipality Garchitorena. My question is, during the redemption, there were beneficiaries who take out foods, but many were surprised how come that they were able to be selected as beneficiaries where they are living fluently. So my question is, why is it that LGUs are not involved in the selection of beneficiaries?
Madam, we use kasi the listahanan. As in all government programs, there's a listahanan list that we use. Mayor, kasi that's a national law that we have to follow the listahanan. Pero, we also admit that listahanan is a older version, 2019. That's why a while ago I mentioned na when we're done enlisting everybody in listahanan, we have also allotted na pwede sabihin sa amin ng mga LGU na may mahirap dito pero hindi kasali. If you give us those names, we will validate them with you and then we can add them to the program.
Sure.
Mayor, ang bataso kasi listahanan, pero ang difference nito, we want to work with the LGUs. That's why if you think na merong families doon na dapat hindi kasali, you let us know. We validate. If you think that there are families na dapat kasali, you give us the list, we validate. Yeah. We have our own validating tool rin eh. It's called yung WAGI. Nakita nyo may mga validators tayo on the ground. Kasi admittedly, there's only one list we can use. It's listahanan 3, which is dated 2019. Medyo luma na siya. Pero wala naman tayong choice kundi yun muna ang gamitin. And next year, Mayor, I'm sure alam niyo yung CBMS, di ba?
Opo.
Doon naman kami gagamit na. And you're very involved with the CBMS. Ano yan eh? It's a program of PSA working with the LGUs. Once we get the fresh CBMS data, we can also get from there.
A follow-up question. Is there a way that we can remove these beneficiaries who are affluent in life?
Yes. Mayor, you just have to give it to RD. We'll send our validators with your people. We can remove those that you think medyo mayaman na, and we can add those na dapat ma-add. Wala naman hong problema yon. That's why ako, like kanina sinabi ko, naiintindihan ko kayo kasi naging mayor rin ho ako. Mahirap ho to work with a list na hindi namin kabisado. Alam ko yon, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Mayor, again, ulitin ko sa mga mayor natin. Unfortunately, we're restrained to use listahanan 2019. It's an old list. Even PSA is telling us, give or take, meron talagang dapat na hindi kasali na nandyan pa, meron naman dapat kasali na wala dyan. That's why nga, we have deployed validators on the ground, working with the LGUs, and you tell us sino dapat yung tignan namin na alisin at tignan namin sino dapat idagdag. We will gladly work with the LGUs.
Maraming salamat, Secretary Rex, sa inyo pong kasagutan hinggil sa pagtutukoy ng mga benepisyaryo ng Walang Gutom program. Ang susunod po na katanungan ay magagaling naman po sa bayan ng Nabua mula kay Mayor Fernando Simbuan.
Good morning, especially to our Governor, Luigi, and our Congressman, and also to our RD. This question is, of course, directed to our Secretary Gatchalian. Let us be informed if this program of the national government is actually pro-people in the sense that it is intended to the marginalized sector of our society, the poorest among the poor. The question that always arises is there a sufficient budget allocated for this program so as to be able to sustain its goals? Baka kasi, kwan lang eh, for a short period of program within the Marcos administration. How about beyond the term? Can it be sustained? That's the question that we want to ask Mr. Secretary.
Mayor, the program is called Walang Gutom 2027 kasi we cannot let hunger go on beyond that. It's sustainable, it's part of the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. Alam nyo, I think, nag-usap nga kami ng Presidente, hindi makatao na may gutom pa rin hanggang ngayon. We're aiming to be a high middle income country, yet meron tayong 1 milyong Pilipino na gutom. Pero Mayor, social welfare programs, in as much as we want to make them live forever, dapat hindi rin because they're temporary solutions. Kaya nga ho may conditionality to na pag hindi ka na kasama ka, kailangan nagtatrabaho ka rin. Or else we'll be dropping you out of the program. In the conditionality is one, show us na may certificate of employment, isa man sa pamilya nyo. Kasi we don't want to breed the culture of mendicacy na aasa na lang sa gobyerno. So sana in those 2 years, we develop that working condition in the family na by 2027, self-sustaining na yung pamilya, na hindi na nila kailangan tong tulong na to dahil may nagtatrabaho na at pwede na silang makatayo sa sarili nila mga paa. But Mayor, our goal is to strive to end hunger by 2027, to make sure that every Filipino family doesn't go home hungry at night, and at the same time, somebody from that family is working. So if you ask me about the budget allocation, it's been identified as a SONA priority 2 times already. It has been given an executive order, and it is a line item in the budget. Pero Mayor, we also want to terminate these type of programs one day in the future. So hanggang 2027, Mayor, pagtrabahuin natin na wala nang gutom sa Pilipinas.
Another question po. Aside from the budgetary requirement or for that purpose, are the required mechanism in place to ensure the success of the program?
Mayor, yes, but I was telling as a governor, all national programs will only be successful if we work with the province or the LGU. Kasi mas marami kayong kilala nyo yung lugar nyo than kami. And we'll really lean heavily on the LGUs to help us identify where the weak spots of the program are so that we can improve them. If mabalikan ko lang ho, the first run of the program was a pilot. Doon sa pilot, marami na kaming natutunan ng mga problema. Then we're scaling it up. In every program sa simula, alam nyo naman may mga weakness siya, and we'll keep on improving it. Now, the first run is calling for 300,000, pero hindi ibig sabihin na yun na yun. Later on, when we add more 300,000, more beneficiaries in your areas will be enrolled into the program.
If I may add po, Mayor, sa mga mayors, ang matutulong nyo po para mapaganda po itong programa, first and foremost, yung initial list na ibibigay, 100,000 pa lang yon sa 300,000. So, off the start, baka sabihin nyo, hindi kompleto. Siyempre, base ito sa listahan na pwede po natin ibahin at everyone's discretion. Kayo magsasabi sa atin, mag-verify ang DSWD. So yung listahan kung sino talaga yung food poor, it is a working list na we will all collaborate on. Secondly, yung mga retailers na bibilhan o ma-credit ng DSWD, manggagaling din sa iyo yan. So kung sa atin lahat, i-verify ng DSWD. So kung saan bibili yung tao, mga beneficiaries na mga retailers, manggagaling din sa atin na siguraduhin nyo, taga-bayan nyo talaga, siguraduhin nyo na kaya nila i-supply yung mga kailangan ng DSWD. Very collaborative itong effort na ito na malakas rin ang counterpart ng provincial government pero mas malakas on the ground sa mga local mayors natin.
Maraming salamat po, Secretary Rex at Governor Luigi. Bago po tayo magpatuloy, hinikayat din natin ang ating mga local social welfare development officers na magbigay din po ng kanilang mga katanungan. Sa pagpapatuloy po, meron din po tayong katanungan mula naman sa media, mula kay Carol Tirao ng Rinconda News FM.
Hello po. Good morning. Question ko lang po is very basic regarding po sa Walang Gutom 2027 program. So, how can you guarantee po that by year 2027, wala na pong mamamayang Pilipino ang magagutom?
Well, pagtutulungan natin yon kasi it's an ambitious goal but it has to be set that way. Di ba? Medyo pangit naman pupunta ako dito, sabihin ko kalahati lang ang goal natin. We can't say that our goal by 2027 is 50% lang. We always have to set the highest goal possible, put in all our effort and resources to it so that once and for all, we can end hunger. Yan ang pangarap ng ating Pangulo, Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. at ginagawa na nating realidad yung kanyang pangarap. That's why we have this designed program for it. I cannot assure you what will happen in the future, but what I can assure you with the help of the governor, with the help of Kong Migs and all the LGUs, we can make that goal possible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Secretary.
Maraming salamat po muli, Secretary Rex. Pakinggan naman po natin ang katanungan mula naman sa Presidential Broadcast Service, Radyo Pilipinas, mula kay Ms. Agnes Panizares.
Good morning po. In Bicol, DSWD food stamp program's target this year is around 30,000 beneficiaries. Sa ngayon po, ilan na po ba naaabot na programang ito sa Bicol Region, in particular with Camarines Sur and Sorsogon, na target na mga lalawigan for 2024?
In Camarines Sur alone, it's 24,000. So the other ones will be in Sorsogon. So that's 30,000. Pero ano yan, 30,000 of the first 100,000. So we'll get a new batch of funding for the balance of 200,000 to make 300,000 in a year. And for sure, babalik ulit, meron ulit sa Bicol. How did we identify pala the scale-up areas? Diba? Kasi 1 million, but we'll do it in stages, 300, 300, 400. How did we do that? We use 3 criteria. If the province appears in the Philippine Plan for Nutrition, Action Plan for Nutrition, yung PPAN, and then if you are in the FIES, basically ganito, the highest poverty incidence, the highest malnutrition incidence, and the highest hunger incidence. If the province or the area can be found in those 3 indexes in the top 20, you're part immediately of the scale-up program.
Okay, maraming salamat po muli, Secretary Rex. May dalawa po tayong karagdagang katanungan. Ang isa po ay manggagaling naman sa bayan ng Calabanga mula kay Mayor Eugene Norman Severo.
First, I would like to congratulate our good Governor and of course Secretary sa magandang program. This target sustainability, which is actually the guarantee or the promise of each mayor. So ang tanong na lang po is if we could incorporate other programs, since sinasabi mo na pwede naman po yung mga listahan nila, like the supplementary feeding, and ang tanong ko po kung hindi ba sila disqualified to get the sustainable livelihood program. Kasi ang target naman natin kanina is trabaho lang, why not i-incorporate na yung 400 plus, or if we could create them as a group and we could provide them with the livelihood program from the SLP, para mas magain. Kung pwede po ba yun, Secretary?
Mayor, yan yung gusto namin, sustainability. And the SLP is always there, the Sustainable Livelihood Program is always there to be the crutches for graduates of either 4Ps, etong Walang Gutom, and the other programs. It's always there. Yan yung parang support service namin for graduates of different social welfare programs. So pwede po talaga yun.
Thank you po.
Salamat po muli. Ang huling katanungan ay magagaling naman po mula sa bayan ng Minalabak, mula kay Mayor Christopher Lizado.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, Secrex, Gov, and RD. Ito po yung, hindi naman po ito, ma'am, tanong na, kasi halos nasagot na po ni Secrex kanina yung mga katanungan sa amin. For example, last week may pumunta pong barangay official sa akin. Akala ko susumpa na para magsuporta sa akin. Yung po pala, tatanong niya ako, Mayor, bakit naman po yung mga nilista nyo, ganun po yung sabi niya sa akin na ang daming disqualified. Para saan ba yun? Sabi ko, doon sa pinapunta nyo dito, doon sa Walang Gutom program. Opo, sabi niya. Kasi po sa amin, Sec, 670 list ang naibaba. Nasagot ko naman po yun na galing to sa listahanan. And then, talagang yung 4Ps hindi nakasali. And then, barangay officials and appointed barangay officials hindi na rin po kasali. So, out of 670 po kasi, nasa more than 77 lang yung nakasali. And we have 25 barangays. Almost 3 per barangay lang po yung beneficiary natin. So, kung hindi na po sana mahirapan yung mga validators natin, enumerators, mga staff, kasi 40 staff po yung bumaba sa amin just to validate and cross-match yung pong 670 list na ibinaba. So, sa region pa lang po, kung pwede, alisin na po natin yung 4Ps para makabawas na po ng ikorokosmas natin kasi hawak po baga natin yung yung lista ng 4Ps. And then, hindi na rin po natin iimbitahin yung mga possible na barangay officials or appointed officials kung bago natin po ipatawag, i-cross-match na rin natin sa DILG, sa COMELEC, or sa LGU. Kasi po, pinapunta natin 670. So, maghapon po tayo doon. And then, out of 670, 77 lang yung ano. So, sabi ng mga ibang hindi na-accommodate or hindi nag-qualify, Mayor, pinapunta nyo naman po kami. Hindi naman pala kami makakasali. Ano, sana all. Ano. So, yun na po, suggestion lang po, na sana i-cross-match na natin ahead of time na yung bababa na lang po, yung sigurado na makakasali.
Mayor,
So,
we
salamat po.
first of all apologize for that. Alam ko yung feeling na yun, na nandun na ikaw pa mag-apologize. Mayor, admittedly, alam nyo rin siguro to, kasi yung 4-piece list, diba, naglilinis rin tayo ng 4-piece na list. Recently kasi, nagkaroon ng massive delisting sa 4-piece, and then we started working on visiting them one by one and reinstating them. Anong nangyari, nag-abot yung validation ng 4-piece at yung sa food stamps. So inakala ng food stamps na hindi kasali na sa 4-piece, nabalik siya sa 4-piece. Kasi if you remember, alam ni Kong Migso in Congress, they kept on asking me, nung naglinis kasi kami ng listahan ng 4-piece. So nagkaroon ng portion within last year till this year na nagbabalik kami ng mga 4-piece na umapila na inalis sila sa program, pero mahirap pa rin sila. So nagkataon lang na nag-abot, Mayor, and we apologize for that, but we assure you that in the next round, hindi na dapat mangyari yung pinapunta namin yung 4-piece na wala sila. Kasi right now, na doon sa general appropriation, nakalagay na yung food stamp, hindi muna kasali yung mga 4-piece. Pero aapila kami sa Congress later on na isali rin sila, hopefully later on, pagka, kasi marami rin doon sa pamilya na yon are food poor families na maaring poorest of the poor at sana mabalik. But we understand your concern, Mayor, and we apologize for that.
Thank you, Sec.
Maraming salamat po muli. Secretary, we have 2 additional questions. Ang isa po ay manggagaling kay Rights Baraa ng The Manila Times.
Good morning. I'd like to correct, my last name is Barsha, not Baraa.
I apologize for that, Madam.
Okay. Secretary, with barely 6 years left to attain the SDGs program under the United Nations, we would like to know which province in the country with high prevalence of poverty incidents.
Madam, again, in the last SONA, our poverty incidence has gone back to the time before COVID. We're now at 15.8%, if I'm not mistaken. That means we're on track with the President's goal of single-digit poverty incidence by the end of the term of our President. Now, the word barely, I think in public service is relative. We can do so much in one day if we really put our minds into it. So this is one of those SDGs that we want to solve immediately. Try to end hunger, involuntary hunger, by 2027, way ahead of the end of the term of the President.
Which province among the 17 regions in the country with high prevalence of malnutrition and poverty po?
Alin ang, ma'am, you have to qualify, malnutrition or hunger?
It's intertwined, right?
They're intertwined,
Kasi
but they're
po,
different.
Which, which province in the country po ba?
The 21 that we've identified for the pilot sites right now. 21 ho yan. I can go through the list if we have. We can give you the list of the 21 right now. But a lot of them are in the BARM region. BARM. Marami ho na sa BARM region. The top 21 scale-up areas right now are the provinces with the highest malnutrition, highest involuntary rate or hunger rate, and highest incidence of poverty. We can give you the list of 21 in a bit. Pwede namin iabot sa inyo.
Yung Bicol po ba, nasaan doon sa category yun?
Basta ma'am, kasama sa scale-up nitong program na to, nandun tayo sa areas that the national government will want to prioritize.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. At ang huling katanungan ay magagaling po sa Social Welfare Officer o mula sa Social Welfare Officer ng Bayan ng Ragay. Mula kay Aldrian Fernandez.
Hello po, good morning po Secretary, to our Governor and to our RD of the DSW. Good morning po sa ating lahat. Yun lang po doon sa isang agreement with the beneficiary ay they will work or upscales po nila. Masyado na focus tayo doon sa sustainability ng ating beneficiary. Meron na po ba ang DSWD na kausap na like TESDA or other institutions that they will accept the beneficiary during or after the implementation of the program sa kanila, and kung sino po ba yung gagawa ng memorandum agreement or understanding with the identified center or institution para doon sa ating mga beneficiary? Thank you.
Sir, when we finish, ang immediate goal ngayon kasi is to enlist the 300,000 nationwide. Then when it runs already, papasok na namin yung conditionality. We already have a standing agreement with the Department of Labor. What will happen is, they will launch frequent job fairs for only the beneficiaries. So sila na rin magdadala ng mga kumpanya who will prioritize these beneficiaries. After which, so let's say we launch a job fair now, and marami pa rin hindi na-hire. We now have a standing agreement naman with TESDA to upscale those beneficiaries, and then we'll do another job fair for them until we enlist everybody. Kami na yun sa national government, it's agency to agency. It's in fact stipulated in the executive order also to prioritize them. So wag po kayo magalala, we just have to finish the first round, then we'll incorporate the conditionalities.
Maraming salamat. Secretary, that ends our open forum this morning. Muli maraming salamat, R.D. Norman, Secretary Rex Gatchalian, and Governor Luigi Villafuerte. We now turn over the mic to Paolo.
Thank you, Sec Irene. Once again, thank you to all who participated in the open forum. Your questions and insights are invaluable. Now, let us move on to the signing of the Pledge of Commitment. This is a significant moment where we reaffirm our dedication, especially in fighting hunger, as well as work towards a hunger-free Philippines through the Walang Gutom program. May I request to usher it to assist our principals in the signing of the Pledge of Commitment wall at back. Once again, may we call on Secretary Rex Gatchalian together with Undersecretary Edu Punay to lead the signing.
Okay. Patungag, iyan po ang parte kan open forum na gilibo sa mismong sarong-sarong si Department Secretary Rex Gatchalian ng DSWD. At mga kahaputan, by concern, gilibo sa Walang Gutom program kada gobyerno tabala sa mga naghapot, nagpaabot sa mga concern sa programa. Hindi po mga mayors sa probinsya ng Camarines Sur, mga social development officer, ano sa mga banawaan, makatiyabos kan media. So kung yan, ang sunod, ang pagpirma sa Pledge of Commitment, dahil po mga LGU na pinapanginutan sa mga mayor, ating kan DSWD, ganyan po pag-aaga na ginigibot sa digital transformation sa Capital Complex sa Manuan, Carta, Pinakamarines. So, bisita, kita Rex Gatchalian ka DSWD, along with Undersecretary ka na nasa ng agency na yaw po rin yan sa probinsya ng Camarines Sur para po rin sa information caravan sa Walang Gutom Program 2027 kung saan may mga beneficiaryo ali po din sa Baril ng Panuaan Camp Provincia kada Camarines Sur. So sa oras na yan mga tugang, yan ang sabuyang ipinapaabot sa mga informasyon. Siyempre, sa pangalan ni Governor Luigi Villafuerte na aktibo man sa pagkasuporta sa mga programang inikati sa PDD. Dahil man si Congressman Biggs Villafuerte kan Rinconada area, mga board members, at inibapang opisyal kan na provincial government kan Camarines Sur na mainit na nagsabat sa presensya ni Secretary Rex Gatchalian kada DSWD dito po sa Lautang probinsya kan Camarines Sur. Kay bara ko din si Ocas Menda, ako po si Jun Bernals, para sa tanong espesyal na report halipod sa Capitol Complex, Pili Camarines Sur. Good morning.
Salamat, Kakamping June. So iyan na mga tugang live and direct kali po sa Capitolio Provincial kan Camarines Sur kung saan ngunya na pagkaldaw visit and Secretary kan DSWD sa paagiman ni Secretary Rex Gatchalian. Ayan tangani pong digdi magkaiguanin sa rong memorandum signing sa pagultanan kan gobyerno provincial kan Camarines Sur. Asin man kan Secretary kan DSWD sa panginginot yan ni Governor Luigi Villafuerte, yaon man si Congressman Congressman Migs Villafuerte, and siyempre si Secretary Gatchalian. Asin sa iyang Undersecretary pagkatapos and Regional Director kan DSWD sa Bicol Region. Ini kasumpay kan mga programa na pinagatutulod po kan gobyerno nasyonal mga tugang na kung saan digdi po sa mga programang ini na pigatutulod kan gobyerno nasyonal mga tugang. Hindi yung pong sinasabing mayo ni na magugutom pagabot po sa 2027 na gabus kita mga tugang bastante na pagkakan bastante na mayo na ni na magugutom na mga kapamilya. Kaya nga ni digdi padagos baga sa pagtaunin na food stamp sa tuya pong gobyerno nasyonal. Iyan nagibo na po yan kan mga nakalis na aldaw naging pilot area kani iyo po ang syudad kan area asin man and banwaan kan Garchitorena Camarines Sur. So iyan padagos po iyan na gigibo kan gobyerno nasyonal, and iyo man yan ang focus kan sa tuya pong gobyerno provincial kan Camarines Sur sa panginginot ninda Governor Luigi Villafuerte, Congressman El Rey, and Congressman Migs Villafuerte. So tarabang-tabang sinda mala nga nita kung nihilingon mo ang mga ayuda mga tugang kan gobyerno, mga pantawid pamilya Pilipino program padagos na nakakaabot sa manlaylay ng mga sektoris kan komunidad mga tugang. Gabus na mga sektor inaabot. Maging salado po kan agrikultura, asin salado po kan mga parasira, iyan po nabibinipisyaran na mga tugang. Gabus yan. Mayong pinapaurog sa pamilya Villafuerte, gabus po pantay-pantay. Mayo nin pamumulitika. Gabus tinatarabangan anak mga sektores sa komunidad. Mayo po nin pinagpipili mga tugang. Mayong pinagpipili digdi po gusto ninda ang gabus na mga ayuda na pinagdadara digdi sa laog kan na probinsya kan Camarines Sur, gabus kita manginginabang. Gabus na mga sektores kan komunidad manginginabang. Kaya saludo kita mga tugang sa liderato kan sa tuya pong probinsya sa paagi kan pamilya Villafuerte kan Magarma na sinda Congressman El Rey, Congressman Migs, and Governor Luigi Villafuerte. Talaga pong antabang mating-mati po digdi sa laog kan probinsya kan Camarines Sur. Pero inabot na kay kita nin oras mga tugang nin pamamaaram. Inabot na kita nin oras nin pamamaaram digdi po sa laog kan programa. Kaya mga tugang duman sa mga kababayan ta, antabay na po sa mga sunod na programa. Alagad bago kita magpaaram, uya po go na mga tugang an sa tuyang deliberate ngunya na pagkaaga.
Sapagkat gayon na lamang ang pag-ibig ng Diyos sa sangkatauhan, kaya't ibinigay niya ang kanyang kaisa-isang anak, upang ang sino mang sumampalataya sa Kanya ay hindi mapahamak, kundi magkaroon ng buhay na walang hanggan. Ang banal na salitang inyong narinig ay hango sa Biblia Aklat ng Juan 3:16.
Yan mga tugangan sa tuyang deliberate nyo niya na pagkaaga and salamat sa mahal na Diyos. Tapiggiyahan na naman kita, tinabangan kitang matapos ana sa tuyang trabaho, obligasyon ngunya na pagkaaga. Amen. Mga tugang kaibanan ta dyan sa Engineering Department, yaon dyan si Sir Pastor Serge Marmol, yaon man si Sir Stephen Pabis, asin man si Chief Engineer Ariel Camarote. Ako po si Pitik Junel Cuba, mabaluskan sa ino pong pagkantabay. Salamat po. Mapas sa tuya pulugodan biyaya, patin bendisyon kan mahal na Diyos. Basta barata, sigurado.
Papitik-pitik lang sa BBS. BBS